Hey, my name is Elijah Ryan, and I picked fennel and sorghum for my new vegetable and grain of choice that I have never tried. So starting with fennel, I picked fennel because I think I've maybe heard about it once or twice but never really thought anything about it, and whenever I picture fennel, I kind of pictured celery, and I didn't even know if that was the right vegetable to word that I was thinking of, but I was like, you know what, let's try it out. This is an awesome experience for me. I love trying new things, so I was like, let's just do it. So I'm just going to insert a video here of me trying the fennel, going to the co-op and picking it out and all that stuff. So I'll leave that in right here. Yo, what up everyone? So I'm here at the co-op. I pulled up and I realized that I had forgotten my wallet. I already bought my sorghum flour a while back and I forgot to record it. Yeah, I already got that, but I still need that fennel. So here we are, waiting for Kath.
Oh, we going.
Alrighty. Yep, I'll see you here in a little bit. Wait, no, turn it to the side, homie.
okay, sorry. Okay, now we going.
Research about fennel, and I was wondering if like, you knew anything about fennel?
I can take a stab at it.
Okay, well I know nothing, so anything you know is better
Yeah,
than me.
I know more than you.
Yeah.
Do you do rowing?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was cool. Actually, very few things are local right now. More in the summer or like starting in May. This is from California. Basically grows in the ground, so like from here up is out of the ground. And we chop these because they can be super.
Yeah.
These are called the fronds.
Okay.
F-R-O-N-D-S. And fronds. And it basically tastes like licorice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How would you prepare it?
Most people
Ooh,
Oh.
she going.
want to try some.
Okay, yes, let's try some.
Yeah. We actually have a big works here who just eats it raw.
Okay.
And you can chew it better, yeah. It's pretty bizarre to eat.
It literally tastes like black licorice.
Yeah. And it's kind of an odd touch. A lot of people like braise it with in a vegetable dish.
Okay.
So like with potatoes maybe, or
Yes.
yeah.
Gonna eat some more of this?
Yeah, now it's really good. And then, yeah, it's good raw because you kind of lose the flavor once you cook it.
Right.
That's pretty much what I know.
So like, what does a good fennel look like?
A good
What does a
fennel-
good fennel look like?
That's a good question. This one looks horrible.
Okay, so
Let me
this
get
is
that
horrible.
close up.
Yeah.
Let me get that close up.
And then I usually
This is
like,
bad fennel?
well, not necessarily. We like prep
Oh,
the
okay.
fennel, and it doesn't sell that much, so you don't really like,
Oh, okay.
pay too much attention
Makes
to
sense.
it.
Great footage.
Yeah, and then so that's like I'd be like, yeah, that's quality,
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
and I would like chop that off if I had a knife.
Sweet.
Chop that.
Yeah.
Well, that answers a lot of my questions.
Cool.
Thanks for letting me try it.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Anything
What's
wanna
your
try.
name?
I'm Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
Thanks,
Hi.
Charlotte.
Thank you so much.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
It tastes like black licorice. The texture is like,
Onion. Celery.
yes, celery. It's really stringy. I'm sure it would be better cooked. Pretty good. If you want some, you should try it out. She said it's really good in stews, as you heard her.
Why am I so light?
I'll get back to you when I get home and we can like discuss more about fennel. So yeah, I didn't actually end up buying it. I felt bad because I didn't have my own money and I didn't want to have Catherine like buy me a bulb of fennel, you know, but definitely next time if I ever go back to buy any, I will try it cooked in a stew or something because I feel like that would be a little bit more enjoyable. It did taste a lot like licorice, like the flavor was a lot like licorice. The texture was very exact to celery. Learned that like licorice grows in India and over in that area. And fennel actually comes from Southern Europe, so like France and Russia, and actually some from India, but they're not closely related, even though their flavor is very similar. Like she said, it was from California. I didn't really think much of it, but they don't really grow during this time of year. Typically you would plant them like late spring, and like she said, the green hands or like fingers on the bulb are called fronds. And they're actually edible and they taste like anise, and people like to think of them as an herb like dill or tarragon. So yeah, there's that. Grow like pretty high, like 4 feet high, but they chop them off to make them look more compact so that they can actually have them in the store. So I learned that a good bulb is 2 to 3 inches in diameter. Anything bigger than that can be tough and maybe woody. Obviously a bright white bulb and bright green fronds would be ideal. It's able to be eaten raw, as you saw as I ate it raw. Or you could cook it however you want, like however you would cook celery. That's how I would cook it as well. Sorry, I'm just looking down at my notes. So a serving size is 87 grams, which is a cup of it sliced. This is raw. It's only 27 calories, 0 grams fat, 6 grams of carbohydrates, and 1 gram of protein. There's 70% of your daily value of vitamin C and 4% of your daily value of iron, 45.2 milligrams of sodium, and 360 milligrams of potassium. I'll just put that across the screen, and I'm sure you guys saw that as I was talking. And how it compares to celery, which is what I compared it to. So in celery, there's no fat as well, 3 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of protein, 5% vitamin C, 1% iron. Sodium is 80.8 milligrams, and potassium is 263 milligrams. And I'll just put a chart right here of comparing them. Catherine didn't like it. As you can see her spit it out. And it was very sour, like almost like rhubarb mixed with licorice mixed with celery, if that can make any sense, if that will describe it anymore. Yeah, those are my thoughts on fennel, and now let's move on to sorghum. So I picked sorghum because I was gluten-free for 2 years, like strictly gluten-free, and I still am on and off, like I tend to eat more gluten-free. But I had seen sorghum in ingredients and I was like, what is that? But I had never had it on its own isolated, so I decided to pick it because I was like, hey, it's gluten-free and I really want to make these tortillas that I'm going to show you in a little bit. And so I was just like, why not do it? So I did it, and here's the video of me making them. Hey everyone, so I'm in my favorite room of the house, which is my kitchen, and I'm making some jawar roti. I got this recipe from Pinterest. It's like sorghum flour flatbread. There's 2 cups of water in here. I measured it out and put 2 cups of water in there, and then 2 cups of flour in here. And then it says add about a cup of flour into your boiling water. And then I am just going to stir it with a wooden spoon, and it should get really rubbery very soon. Got my dad here helping me. It says it's supposed to be like the consistency of a roux. This is why he's here.
And kind of smash it against the side so you can break up the, yeah, add that.
The rest of it?
No.
I'm expecting it to taste like naan or something. But it looks exactly like a flour tortilla. So that's actually all the ingredients, just sorghum flour and water, and then it says salt to taste, but I kind of ignore that part. I'll probably just add it when I'm done baking it or whatever. So now I'm going to transfer it into just the bowl I had it in before. And then it says let it sit in here for 5 or 10 minutes. Just let it set up. So I'll get back to you ASAP. Alright, so it's been a few minutes and I let this cool off a little bit. So right here I have just like a plastic bag that's open up. And I'm going to take the dough and roll it into a little ball. Just plugging this in and preheating it to 350 or so. Anyway, so I'm putting this in here, folding it over. Then I got some wine bottle. Just roll this out a little bit. So I'm just going to pop this up on the griddle and show you guys what it looks like at the end. So I made a few, and I'm going to make a few more. We tried some with oil, some without, and this is one. This is the first one we made. It's really thick. I don't know if you can see that very well. It smells good. Let me try it by itself. Tastes like I don't know.
Like a tortilla?
Like a thick tortilla. I'm trying it with some hummus.
You can put some salt on it. Maybe.
Yeah, salt will be good. It's very good with hummus. Elijah approved. You could definitely use these as a normal tortilla. Like the texture is identical to a tortilla, like a flour tortilla. I'll show you a close-up of one of them. But yeah, you can use it for sandwiches. You can use it as like bread to like dip things in. But yeah, it's really versatile, tasty. I highly recommend. I'd say that was pretty successful. Sorghum is in the grass family. It is often grown in the South, California, and Arizona because it is drought resistant. There's like a waxy shell around the entire plant that keeps water in, keeps water locked in so that it's drought resistant. It's really useful. Half of all sorghum harvested is actually used for livestock feed, which I thought was really interesting. And it can actually be used, it's a sweet crop, so it can be used as sweetener almost like honey, which is mind-boggling, but the way that people can do things now. But yeah, that's what it can be used for. It has actually been growing for more than 4,000 years in Egypt. And then from Egypt it went through the lower parts of Africa, and then from Africa it went into India, the warmer parts of Asia, and then into Latin America, and then eventually made its way to Mexico. Mexico is a huge producer of sorghum. And finally got over to America in 1700. So apparently Africa produces 20 million tons of it, which is a third of all of the world's production of it, which is really awesome. And it can actually be eaten like popcorn, so you can pop it, or you can make it like a porridge, or like oatmeal, or you can make it like rice. It looks a lot like couscous if you make it like that. It can be made into sweetener, like I said. It can be made into beer, or porridge, like I said, but I actually use it in a flour, as you guys saw in the video. So some nutrition facts of it, I'll just put it right here. I know you guys can read, so I won't be reading this for you guys. You can just look at this, and I actually compared it to just white rice, because that's what I used it as. I used it as a flour, so I was just comparing it to the white rice. I really enjoyed it. I definitely will eat it again. My whole family enjoyed it. And if I made it again, I would definitely make the tortillas thinner, because I didn't have a good enough system to roll them out flat enough. I ended up making about 20 or 25, actually no, probably 20 different tortillas. They were probably like this big. Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. And I'll see you guys in class. Bye.